Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I got even more Chicago Bulls news. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so you guys don't miss any uploads. Also ring that bell so you get notifications when I do upload. I'm going to start posting every day at noon, maybe later in the day if some other big news come out. But either way, definitely check out my last video if you guys missed it too. I was grading the Chicago Bulls 2021 NBA trade deadline moves. But like I said, leave a quick like on today's video and let's just jump right into it. Because let's be honest, these past few days for the Chicago Bulls have been great. You know, the Bulls have been down, I'd say, for a few years now. And Arcidiacono completely flipped, I'd say, this whole city upside down. He traded half the roster. And I felt like every trade we won. You know, I talked about it. I talked about all the trades and graded all of them in my last video. Check that out. And some more news came out today. And yesterday when the trades were official, Arcidiacono was talking to the Chicago Bulls media about all the trades. And Zach LaVine also talked to the media, and I'm going to be recapping that as well. And a lot of rival GMs did not expect Arcidiacono to be making all these moves. And they didn't even expect Nikola Vucevic to be, like, I'd say, available. So Arcidiacono works in silence, and he did a great job on all these trades. I'm really excited. And let me just say, at the end of that, another rival GM said he's not done. Even in the when Arcidiacono was talking to the media, he told the Bulls media the Bulls are not done. They're trying to get better, and they're going to still look at upgrades. And some recent news did come out, and the Milwaukee Bucks and the Chicago Bulls are expected to pursue signing Jeff Teague. You know, this doesn't surprise me. I'm really surprised the Bulls didn't trade for a point guard at the trade deadline. You know, there was a lot of rumors, I'd say, for months connecting the Chicago Bulls and Lonzo Ball, but the Pelicans, I guess, were asking for too much. And then I saw Lonzo said he wants to stay in New Orleans. Who knows about that whole situation? But no matter what, the Bulls want to upgrade the point guard position. That is obvious. Of course, Nikola Vucevic on the offensive end is going to help out the, I'd say, the point guards, like ball handling, I'd say, because the Bulls can run the offense through him, so they don't need like Coby White to just run the whole play, I'd say. So that will definitely help out the offense. But either way, the Bulls are still looking to upgrade the point guard position. And the NBA trade deadline has come and gone, but the buyout market is just getting ready to heat up. You know, plenty of big names are available, but one name is flying under the radar is veteran point guard Jeff Teague. And a lot of teams could use a player like him, but the Bucks and the Bulls are the two teams that are interested and to keep an eye on. And an NBA agent reported this, saying that the Bucks and Bulls are both interested in him, and both teams need guard depth, and Jeff Teague would be a great fit and option for them, he said. You know, I'm not completely against this, I'd say. I'm going to be honest, though. I did not even know that Jeff Teague was still in the league. You know, he was playing for the Boston Celtics. He hasn't played much this season. You know, he did just get traded the other day, I believe, to the Orlando Magic. And the Magic are just going to waive him right away. And he doesn't even need to report to Orlando. You know, he is 32 years old. Like I said, I didn't even realize he was still in the NBA. He hasn't played this much for the Boston Celtics. I guess he just really didn't fit in there. But for this season, he's been playing about 18 minutes a night, putting up about 7 points, shooting 42% from the field, and also shooting 46% from three. You know, also putting up about 2 assists in those limited minutes. I mean, I'd say Jeff Teague is a solid veteran. I don't really see a point in it. You know, he's getting up there in age. I feel like he kind of already does what Sato does. I mean, it doesn't hurt to sign him and get some depth. Maybe, like, release Felicio, because I'm really surprised the Bulls haven't released him yet. He's kind of just pointless. I'd rather release him, or I wish we could have traded him at the deadline. Just kind of threw him in, like, I'd say a trade for Nikola Vucevic as, like, just a filler piece. Get rid of that contract and at least use that, I'd say, our available spot on a young talent or something like that. But I'm not really against this or for it. I just don't see really a point in it. I mean, if we sign him, that's fine. I just don't really expect him to play. We already got Sato and Coby White. You know, maybe it'd help a little bit just being a veteran off the Bulls bench. But other than that, I don't really see a point. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about the Bulls possibly targeting and signing Jeff Teague. And like I said earlier in the video, Zach LaVine was talking to the media, and he was talking on playing with Nikola Vucevic. He said, I've always wanted to play with a dominant big man. The combination of us in a pick and roll and pick and pop is going to be deadly. You know, I've said that in all my past videos talking about this subject. You know, them on the offensive end is going to be hard to stop, and I'm really just excited for this game versus the Spurs tonight. And Billy Donovan also said that Nikola Vucevic, Farouq, Aminu, Troy Brown Jr., and Green will be available to play tonight versus the Spurs. So that's great to hear. You know, Daniel Theis will not travel to San Antonio due to like personal issues with his family, I believe. But he will meet the Chicago Bulls in Golden State soon. So no matter what, that's great news. You know, I also saw some reports today that Zach LaVine's just happy, and that's what you love to hear. You know, the Chicago Bulls are finally acting like, I'd say, a big city and a big organization. We're not acting like a small market anymore. We traded for an all-star, got a bunch of depth, and I'd say solid players. I mean, if you really look at it, we flipped Wendell Carter Jr., I'd say a bench player, Chandler Hutchinson that wasn't really in a rotation. Same with Daniel Gafford for an all-star. And those 2 first-round picks that we have both have protection on it. So the Bulls just fleeced the Magic. The Bulls won every trade by a landslide. And Zach LaVine was talking about his reaction when he found out the Bulls landed Nikola Vucevic. And he said, I gave out a little bit of a yell in my house. You know, like I said, Zach is happy. We finally got him some all-star help. And he also said, he was talking about the front office, and he said they're not here to mess around, you know. And Zach LaVine was just very happy with all the moves. Even Casey Johnson said he was in a good mood today, talking to the media all day. He also called Daniel Theis a difference maker, especially defensively and with hustle plays. And he also was giving some respect to Troy Brown Jr. You know, when he guarded him when they played the Wizards and such, he had respect. He has respect for his defense and playmaking. The Bulls won every trade at the trade deadline. They won the complete NBA trade deadline. The Bulls are finally getting healthy, it's looking like. I'm really just excited to see most of these guys play against the Spurs. Hopefully we can have a little revenge game because we did blow that big lead not too long ago versus the Spurs. And like I said, Zach LaVine is happy with the Chicago Bulls and all the moves we've made. I mean, can you blame him? He's been carrying the Bulls all season long for the past few years, honestly. And the Bulls finally got him some help in a big all-star and a dominant big man to help. And he was also talking about signing a long-term contract with the Chicago Bulls. He said, I want to stay. You know, you love to hear that. He said, I want to stay in Chicago. I haven't had anything of wanting to leave. When that time comes, obviously I'll try to do my best that I can to stay here. He also told reporters adding someone like Vucevic and being more attractive in the free agent market to bring more players in here is always a bonus for any player. You know, it's just a great time to be a Bulls fan. Hopefully by the time this video goes live, the Bulls will be taking on the Spurs depending on when you're watching this. Hopefully the Bulls get a big W. Like I said, it's kind of a revenge game. The Bulls are getting a bunch of new pieces in return. I just want to see Nikola Vucevic and Zach LaVine take over and show what that duo can just do in the NBA. I'm really excited for them playing in this game coming up. I hope you guys enjoyed all the topics and news in today's video. Definitely leave a like, and like I said, make sure you're subscribed if you're not. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.